So this is Lindsay, Montana. This is by Poorboy Modding and Bruce's Gaming. 113.37 megabyte on the download. And you may be thinking, hold on a minute, we're in the menu. That's because there's two different versions. So you got the standard Lindsay, Montana, and also the logging edition. Yeah, and they are different. And the equipment's different as well. So we're going to go into Lindsay, Montana, the standard version first. So here we are on the standard. I'm going to say standard. Right, the fields in there are massive. I'm just going to say that straight away. So on New Farmer, you're going to be using 840 slots, which is all right indeed. And also you're going to be owning a bit of land. So you own this area here, number 16, which is where your sleep trigger is. You'll also own area 24, field number 3, and then these two areas down here, so 13 and 25. And it's like you look out your front door, right? So this is your sleep trigger. So you look out your front door, and it's just like a vast escape, giant areas. I mean, you got a little bit of a hilly area in the middle. Apart from that, huge amount of farmland to be getting on with. Now, obviously, we don't have to walk all the way down because let's face it, we're up here and most of our equipment is down at the bottom. So we do have a little bit of a a ride along to get down there. So that's all right indeed. Because apart from the house, I mean, there's plenty of grass to be getting along with. We'll say that. I mean, you have got this lake, swamp behind you. And it's got a few trees in it as well. So you could potentially get those trees out if you really wanted to. You're quite a way away from the rest of your stuff. So we're going to take a little trip down to area 13. I'm not sure if that's good or bad luck, but we're going to see you down there anyway. So down at area 13 is going to be where most of your equipment is going to be. And obviously, it's all housed under a giant shed. And as you can probably tell, there's a bit of logging and a bit of farming because we've got a lot of stuff down here. I mean, this is a great shed and all. I mean, I like that little gantry at the top. That is all right. I mean, you spin it around, and at the edge of the field that we do actually own to start with, we've got a big old harvester as well, which is fair enough indeed. So what do we actually start with on New Farmer? Well, we've got the AgriFact Condor Endurance 2. Got the Brandt H550 Beaver Tail, Elmer's Manufacturing Hallmaster, the John Deere 843L2, the John Deere 848L2, the John Deere 8R410 ×2, the John Deere 8RX 410, the John Deere 9RX 640, the John Deere X9 1100, the Kinsey 4905 Blue Drive, the Kubota RTV X 1140WH, Road King Prestige Super B pull trailer. You also get the back end of the Low King Prestige Super B pull trailer, the MacDon FD250 Flex Draper, the Pitts Trailers LT48L, the Strewmaster FW212 TD Profi, the TMC Cancella TFR250, the Volvo EC250DL, the Volvo EC380DL, and the Volvo VNX 300. Whilst we're on the subject of different pieces of equipment, we've got these, I'm going to call them special editions, and we'll go with that anyway. I mean, you look at it there, right? So you got the old, what are they called? The Arders. They're, the specs on these are a little bit better than they come standard. I mean, you got that one there, it's got a 100-ton weight limit. That one's got a 200-ton. They've really upped it on this one. I mean, we've got a different version of the old TranStar Eagle. It's got 400 horsepower, which looks rather similar to normal, but okay, fair enough. This one here, the Conveyor, it's got a 1.2 million litre capacity, which is all right. I mean, you got the MacDon that we actually get as the standard base game one, as part of the new farmer package. It's got 39 mile an hour top speed. Well, working speed anyway, which is all right. You got the old Hallmaster, it's got up to 1 million litre capacity, and obviously these have got bigger capacities as well. So you go for whichever one you want. This John Deere X9, it's got 1 million litre capacity on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, you are going to need it. You are going to need something big. These fields on here are huge. 1 million litre capacity on your old John Deere. That's ace. And we got the old header that goes on the front of it for your corn, sunflowers, and it'll do cotton. So that's a little bit different. 39-mile-an-hour working speed. Not at all. Oh, that's ridiculous, but I like it. I do like it. So that's your little, I'm going to say, start farm area. You got your house halfway up the map, but this is where all your stuff is anyway. Right, we're going to carry on then. So we're going to jump across to this area that you own as well. So area 25, it's got some more of your logging equipment over there. So with all your logging equipment there lined up, ready to go, it's parked actually by the shop, which is fair enough. So we're going to come over here, and we've actually got a sell point here as well, which is all right. You've got your sellwood icon just there, not a problem. You've going to got your main shop menu just there. We'll come around here, and here's going to be your workshop trigger. So obviously pull your vehicles and equipment in, hit the spanner, fix them all up. We've also got a diesel tank, although there's no icons by it, so I'm assuming that's just for decoration. We've got an animal dealer down here as well. Well, there is no animal pens on the map, so once you place it down, obviously you can come down here and collect your animals. There's also a rented train down here as well, because obviously there's a train going through the map. Fair enough. Now, one thing you do own on New Farm is going to be the sawmill, because even on the standard one, there is a lot of trees for you to be chopping down. So there's going to be a little bit of, I say a little bit, there's going to be a lot of forestry on the go for this map indeed. So we have got pallet spawn points there. All right, fair enough. So then we're going to come around. Let's try and find the old loading in points. So she's taken out point for your wood chips just there. So we'll come around this side. So we found everything out. I mean, this sawmill's looking all right, actually. A little bit of a different style. All right, fair enough. So your production chain menu just there. So obviously we own that. It's going to be making the standard shenanigans. So you got your planks long, and wood beams. And then over here, it's going to be a loading in point. Onto the old conveyor belt. Oh, that's ace. Put them onto there. They obviously go in like that. Jobs are good, and I like that. That is all right indeed. Right, we'll carry on then. So we are going to go back up to the map, because we are now going to come down right to the bottom right-hand corner of the map. So down here is going to be your cement factory. So you have got your loading input. Now you've got pallet spawn points there for the individual products. All right, fair enough. And then we'll come around here, and that's going to be your loading in point just there. So your production chain menu right in the bushes, because why not? There you are. We don't own it. 270 grand. That can be yours. Right, fair enough. Now, we are now going to come right up the map. You can see the train there going past. We're going to come across to this area here, because in this area, right by the river, you've got a ferry. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Obviously, pull your vehicle on, get the option to take the ferry across. But there is a couple of bridges further down. But if you want to go across this area, you just take the ferry. Take the easy way. Why not? All right, fair enough. We're going to carry on. We're going to come up to the last accessible area. We'll call it that anyway, and I'll show you what I mean when we get up there. So this is going to be your paper mill. So once you've obviously chopped your trees down and sent it through the sawmill, you're going to turn it into a bit of paper now. So this is going to cost you 375 grand to buy. And we're going to come around the back, because obviously that's where all the action happens, as usual. Around the back of the building. I'm going to come around there like that. There's your loading in point for your stuff. Then we'll come down here, and we should have a pallet spawn point of your paper products somewhere. Around the corner here. There we go. In there. Well, that being said, right, the icon is saying, click on that. Farmland 88. 38 even. No, click on that one. There you are. It's saying paper mill, but it's giving like the warehouse icon. All right, it is what it is. That's your paper mill. That's where the products are going to spawn. And you have also got a rented train option just here. Fair enough. You obviously come across the road, bump it across the tracks, keeping your eye out for the train coming through. All right, fair enough. Now, there is one other place on this map, and it's right in the top right-hand corner. I'll see you up there, but there is a bit of an issue. So this is the old iron ore mine. So the thing from Silver Run Forest, yep, it's on here. You're chucking out iron ore into a pile. You can come and collect it. No problem. It's going to churn it out all day long. That'll be a giant pile at some point. But the issue is, we'll go into the old build menu, have a little fly over. there is no way to get across the river. There's no bridge. Right, we get down to this point. I'm right up against the edge of the map. All this water here is water, let's face it. There's no bridge. But I brought a vehicle down. I was having a little look around, and you can actually drive underneath the river. It's not going to mess up your vehicle, whatever. But the sides of the bank are really high. You could potentially get something up there, but we're definitely missing a river crossing. Unless I'm being completely dense and think, maybe do we chuck a couple of logs across, make a little bridge. There's not something there. That's interesting. I mean, I'm glad the water doesn't affect your vehicles, but okay, fair enough. Right, so that's the standard map. What about the logging version? So when you load into the logging version of the map, you don't actually start in the same place. You actually start down right at the bottom by the old sawmill and shop. Whereas up there on field 16, well, I say field area 16 is where your starting house was. No, not anymore. There's no sleep trigger on the old logging map either. Apart from that, you have still got use of the sawmill, and then you've got the cement factory down there. And you've also got the old paper factory and the iron ore mill up there that you still can't get to, mind you. But yeah, there's definitely a difference. And then we go into the flyover mode, and you'll see why. There's it's a ton of trees. Obviously, where we had the big field before, no, not anymore. It's all apart from one field that we got in the middle. It's all trees. So if you like your logging, this is the version that you're going to want to go for. Yeah, fair enough. Plenty of logging shenanigans to be getting on with. Now, obviously, on the logging side, there is a little bit of a different setup on New Farmer for the old equipment. So we've got the Albert Round Bale Fork, the Anderson Group Bio Baler WB55, the Anderson Group Bumper, the Anderson Group RBM 2000, the Brandt H550 Beaver Tail, the Almers Manufacturing Hallmaster Bulk, the International Transtar 2, the John Deere 1270G, the John Deere 683R, the John Deere 6R250, the John Deere 7R350, the John Deere 843L2, the John Deere 848L2, the John Deere 9900, the Load King Super B Pool, and also the back end of the Load King Super B Pool, the New Holland 130 FB, the Pitts Trailers LT48L, the Raizu Tech SKB 240, the TMC Cancella THX 180, the Volvo EC250DL x2, the Volvo EC380DL, the Volvo VNX 300, the Westech Woodcracker C550, and the Westech Woodcracker G1650. Now, obviously, all that equipment change is, let's face it, it's primarily to do with chopping down the trees. So, fair enough indeed. And apart from that, we got the train there, going all right. Fair enough. This map is obviously basically laid out the same as the standard one. You just got giant field and a ton of trees. I do think this is going to need an update. Yeah, obviously having no access to get up to the old iron mill up the top corner, I think that will need to be addressed. But there's also one other thing. If we go up to Area 16, where you got the start farm, well, I say start farm, where you start off on the normal mode. Yeah, we go to there. Here's a house, and it's on the edge. It's on the edge of a cliff, and you can go inside. Which is, I don't think that's supposed to be happening. I mean, I'm inside the house. Yeah, I think it's a couple of little tweaks, and it should be alright. I mean, the standard farm, the standard map, whatever you want to call it, definitely one for big, giant machinery. The biggest you can get, because obviously it's plenty of space. There's no restriction with fences, or you got one river and a bit of swampage there. But once you get out into the fields on the field side of the map, you are just going to run and run and run with your giant pieces of equipment, no problem. Right, fair enough.